If you followed this channel for about 2 months, then you would know that I've built two of my favourite planes on Trailmakers. These two planes being the Su-27 and the F-15. For quite a while now I've wanted to test them, but I couldn't really think of a way to do it fairly, unless I invited somebody, or one of my viewers, or one of my friends, who unfortunately none of my friends play Trailmakers, because half of them are on Xbox and the other half don't want to. What I mean by that is it's not crossplay on Xbox. We tried before, it isn't. Or we couldn't get it to, at least. So I couldn't really think of a way to test these vehicles properly, you know what I mean, have control measures and see what they were like with each other. That was until today. I stumbled on a regular public server, and as soon as I got in there, someone recognized me, which I was not expecting to happen this early. I only have 300 subs, which is mad, really. But what it did mean is now I have a control measure. I have a plane to test both of my Su-27 and my F-15 against. Let me quickly show you what I'm up against here. The Night Hunter Dynamics NHD 045 Dagger Falcon, with its catchphrase being as sharp as a blade and swift as a falcon. Two things I learned the hard way. This plane, the NHD 045, is a jet made by the skilled craftsmanship Shrieken22173, whose TikTok I'll put on screen right now. This guy's got a whole thing going on about this plane and this company, and I really like the concept, so be sure to go show him some love. So this is the plane I'll be putting the F-15 and Su-27 up against. Let's see how they do. So first up here we got the Su-27. Going into a merge with this guy. Really, I'm not expecting to win these fights because his plane is vastly superior to mine. I'm just seeing how long both planes can survive. So, first of all, you can notice that the Su-27 is kind of keeping up. I haven't modified it since I last showed it on camera, which would be, oh, I don't know actually, but it would not be too long ago. Though a few changes have been made. I come round here, trying to get a few shots on this guy, miss most, hit once, doesn't really do anything at all to him. He walks it off, carries on flying. So I come down here, going way too low. Yeah, my wing gets severed entirely, and I go straight into the water. Quick fight, really, quite a quick fight. But that first round is okay, because I get right back to it here. Coming round for, and you can see how quickly he's turning on the spot, you know, an instant stall turn, staying on my 6 the whole time, essentially. Running up real close to me. Remember, this thing is as sharp as a dagger, and it really is. I showed you the clip earlier of it just cutting me in half and walking it off like it was nothing. This thing is super strong. So I do manage to get my nose round here, but I just can't get any shots on this guy because he accelerates too quickly. Finding it a bit hard to recover from stalls in this Su-27. Whether that's because my elevators are too twitchy, I don't know, I have no idea. He gets his nose on me, doesn't shoot. Rolling round. It's getting a bit dangerous to the water, and he goes in. So I don't really know what happened there, but I'm going to claim that terrain kill. You know I'm going to claim that terrain kill. And we're going to move on to the next fight. So this third fight here, I get a third party join. Which, you know, they say the more the merrier, but it's a lot of turning here. I cut off the video at one part because it's just constant turning, nothing really gets done, no damage done. We're all focused on somebody else right now. So there's the cut right on cue, and a fourth person joins the fight, this time in a plane that really shows me something. It does loads of damage to my tail, and this is where I work out that because of this plane's reliance on its tails and the lack of gyros, if you lose any part of your tail, you lose pretty much all control instantly. You can see how up here I'm going to start rolling. That's not me controlling that, it's just doing that by itself. I'm constantly having to fight that now. And there it is. If you've seen the earlier clip, then that is me being cut off, or not cut off, being cut apart by Shrieken there, and he just flies away like it's nothing. Sharp as a dagger. So here we got the the first fight in the F-15. And I wouldn't end up fighting him much in this plane because I realized how incompetent it was compared to the 27. It is so much heavier, it has a higher wing sweep angle, and it just doesn't lift as well. I don't think it has as many wing blocks in it because the Su-27 is mostly wing with a front and a back on it. It's also got two very powerful rocket engines on the back which will provide lots of the power in the turn. The Su-27 doesn't really drop below 230 when it turns. This thing can get to like 100. It's almost stall all the way. So, on top of the fact that I just can't get my shots off, this guy's just constantly behind me all the time, and there's nothing I can do to get him off there except overshoot, which he'll just turn 180 on me straight away. What I have noticed, however, is this plane is able to take a beating and fly as if it hadn't. I lose parts of my tail, I lose parts of my wing, sometimes I lose entire tails, entire rudders, and this thing keeps on flying, and every single input I'm putting in here is my own. So, how it keeps flying, I don't know, but it's something that I quite enjoyed flying the plane. It is a lot smoother to fly than the Su-27, being not as jumpy, and especially being able to recover from, not recover, it doesn't, yeah, it's not jumpy, that's what I mean to say, it's not as jumpy. I have tried everything in my power to get this design to turn more, but I think I've reached its limit. I think if I have to turn more, I'm going to have to give up some cosmetic preferences and go for performance instead. Which is a shame, but you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? So this fight goes on for quite a while, and nothing really gets done. It's just constant circles, people taking damage, people surviving from the well, mostly me taking damage. You can see here how nothing really gets done. Gets cut a few bullets here. You can see now how my entire two tails are gone, but I'm still able to turn with my leading edge, and it still flies pretty much straight. Those rolls I'm putting in are my own rolls. Still able to pull some sort of pull up there, even without tails. Just taking even more bullets now though. And eventually this is going to take me to my grave. I think it's right here. Yeah. Can't quite fly with one wing. I know that's not necessarily lore accurate, but oh well. So yeah, as I said, I haven't got many like decent fights with this thing. What I have got is clips of me getting hit over and over and over again and just living. It's a bit like that scene from Captain America, you know the one?
I can do this all day.
So, roll the clips. So in conclusion, the Su-27 surprised me by how much it could keep up, and the F-15 I'm just going to call a work in progress still, because it's not really where I want it to be. But anyway, it's been pretty fun this time. Thank you so much to Shrieken and all my fans, which I didn't even know I had so many. I will most definitely milk some more content out of this F-15 before I give it up, and I'll see you in the next one.